Hello students, greetings of the day. From today, we are going to start with our second semester for your third year computer engineering course. Okay. In this third year second semester, I am going to teach you a subject that is software modeling and designing. So in today's session, we are just going to have the basic introduction to the software modeling and design subject with the help of the teaching scheme, in which we are going to discuss that how we are going to complete or how we are going to study this software modeling and design subject. And after that, we are just going to discuss the source content, the course content of this software modeling and design subject. Okay, so let us start with the first teaching scheme. So if you observe this teaching scheme, you are having some list of courses that you are going to learn in this third year second semester. In that, if you observe the course code 310253, it is a course code for our software modeling and design subject. For this subject, we are having 3 hours per week allotted to complete our syllabus. Means per week we are going to conduct the 3 hours of lectures, and with the help of these 3 hours per week, we are going to complete our syllabus in this semester. If you observe the teaching scheme, then we are having examination skills and marks. So for this particular software modeling and design subject, we are having two types of exam. In-same examination will be there and the end-same examination there. So for in-same examination, we are having 30 marks of written examination. Okay. And for end-same, there will be a 70 marks written examination. The in-same examination will be on the first 3 units, and the end-same examination will be on the 6th unit, from first unit to 6th unit. So the total overall weightage for this software modeling and design subject is of 100 marks, right? Means you are going to prepare for the 100 marks. In that, you have to you just have to give the examination, in same examination of 30 marks and end same examination for 70 marks. The passing criteria will be for in same examination, the passing criteria will be 12 marks, and for end same examination it will be 78. So out of 100, you just have to secure 40 marks to get pass in your software modeling and design subject. Okay, so this is nothing but the teaching scheme for the subject that we are going to learn in this third year second semester. Okay, so let us go through the course outcomes. Okay, we are going to learn this subject software modeling and designing. So before that, it is very important that we should know that what are the objectives that this subject has been introduced in your curriculum, and what are the outcomes what you are going to get after the completion of this course, right? You are going to learn this software modeling and design subject, right? So after learning this subject, there are some kind of skill sets that are going to be introduced or that are going to be developed in students, right? So what kind of skill sets are going to be developed in that students? These are nothing but your course outcomes. Okay, so before discussing what are the course outcomes for this software modeling and design subject, we will just have a look on course objectives. Okay, so here is the list of course objectives that we are having. So first course objective of this software modeling and design subject is to understand and apply the object oriented concept for designing object oriented based applications, right? So with the help of this course, what we are going to have, we are going to understand and apply the object oriented concepts, right? In the previous semesters or in the previous years, we already have discussed the object oriented programming, and in that we have discussed the object oriented programming concepts, right? The same concept we have to apply for the designing phase in our software development life cycle. So these different types of object oriented concepts we are going to apply for the designing the object oriented based applications, right? So that is nothing but the first objective. Then second objective is, with the help of this subject, we are going to learn that how to transform the requirements document into the appropriate design. Means actually designing is nothing but a phase, or the modeling is nothing but a phase in which we are just going to convert our requirements into an appropriate design, right? So this transformation, that how we are going to convert that requirement document into appropriate design, that procedure or that technique we are going to learn with the help of this software modeling and design subject. Then third objective we are having is to understand the different architectural designs to transform them into a proper model. We are also going to learn the different kinds of architectural designs, right? It is very important that every time if you want to have an application developed, after requirements, it is very important that you should have some kind of architectural design with you. So there are different types of architectural designs, right? We are going to understand these different types of architectural design and how that is transformed into a proper model, that we are going to learn with the help of this software modeling and design subject. Then we are having next objective, that is to choose and use the modern design tools. There are a number of tools that can be used for the designing purpose, right? Software designing purpose means we are having a tool to transform our requirement document into the design, and that different types of modern tools we are going to learn with the help of this subject, right? And with the help of this subject, we are also going to choose, or we are going to learn that how to choose the appropriate design tool for particular project or for particular development and implementation. Then last objective that we are having is to choose and use the appropriate test tool. The last objective, with the help of this last objective, we are just going to have an introduction to the software testing, right? So the software that we are going to develop, that should be tested, right? If there is any bug, if there is any error, for that errors, for that bugs, for that defect, that software should be tested, right? So for that purpose, we are having different kind of techniques, we are having different kind of tools. So that different kind of techniques, that different kind of tools we are going to learn, and with the help of this objective, we are also going to learn that how to choose and use the appropriate test tools for the particular web-based application or desktop application. So these are nothing but the objectives which are very important to learn this software modeling and design subject. Means the reasons, these are the reasons behind that this subject is introduced in your subject. Now you are going to implement, or in this third year you are having some mini projects. So at the time of developing or at the time of implementing that mini projects, all these things are very important, because in B you are going to have the master project. So in that master projects also, you just have to implement this kind of things, and these are the very important objectives that should be achieved while learning the software modeling and design subjects. Then we are having course outcomes. What are these course outcomes? So after the course completion, students are going to be able to do the following activities or following things, right? So what is the first course outcome that we are having with us? The first course outcome that we are having is to analyze the problem statements, right? With the help of problem statements, we are going to write down the software requirement specification document, right? That software requirement specification document can be analyzed and we can choose a proper design technique for designing the web-based as well as desktop application, right? So after learning the software modeling and design subject, the first unit of this subject, we will be able to analyze these problem statements and we will be able to choose the proper design technique for designing the web applications and the different types of standalone applications. Then second course outcome that we are having is to design and analyze the applications by using the UML modeling as a fundamental tool. So with the help of unified modeling language, this is one of the tools with the help of which we can just design the different types of desktop applications and web-based applications. So with the help of this UML modeling tool, we can just design and analyze the different types of applications that we want to develop. Then third we are having is to apply design patterns and to understand the reusability in object-oriented design. So with the help of this third unit, with the help of our next unit, we can just have the understanding of different types of design patterns, and with the help of these design patterns, how we can implement or how we can just have the reusability in our object-oriented design that we are going to learn. The next course outcome that we are having is to decide and apply the appropriate modern tools for designing and modeling, right? So with the help of this course outcome, we will be able to decide and apply the appropriate modern tools for designing and modeling. In the second course outcome, we will studied that UML is one of the modeling tool that can be used for the designing. So there are some different tools other than this UML modeling tools. So these modern tools we are going to study, right? And with the help of these modern tools, we are also going to study that how we can choose the appropriate tool for designing and modeling. Then next we are having is to decide and apply the appropriate modern testing tool for testing web-based and the desktop applications. So we are also going to discuss the different types of testing tools, right? Testing techniques are also there, testing tools are also there. So among all those testing tools, among all those testing techniques, we are going to decide and apply the appropriate testing technique at particular location and appropriate testing tool for the particular web-based application or the desktop applications. Okay, so these are nothing but the course outcomes. These are nothing but the some of the skill sets that we will be able to have after the completion of our course. Okay, then next we are having is introduction. So this is nothing but the course content, right? So in unit 1, we are going to have the introduction to this subject or introduction to the software design concepts, right? And that we are going to discuss with the help of different types of subtopics, right? So software design introduction will be there. Then we are going to have the design methods. There are different types of design methods or design paradigms, right? Procedural, structure, and object-oriented designs are there. So that all the types of design methods that we are going to learn with the help of this first unit. Then we are going to have the differentiation in between requirement and analysis, that is requirement gathering and requirement analysis. Then we are going to have the requirement analysis and architecture. So all these differentiation in between requirements, analysis, architectures, designs, and development. That differentiation we are going to learn in this first unit. Then we are going to have the 4+1 architecture. Then up and comet models are there. which are based on the software life cycles. Then we are also going to have the introduction to the UML, that is Unified Modeling Language, which is used to design the requirements, right? The requirements that we are having, with the help of that requirement, we are going to draw the diagrams, and the diagrams are known as UML diagrams. So Unified Modeling Language is also there, which is having different types of building blocks that we are going to discuss. Then reusability is also there, use case modeling is also there, some use case templates are there. With the help of these subcode topics, we are going to discuss the Unified Modeling Language. Then we can also go through the case study, that is transferring requirements into the design using the advanced tool. So we will also go with this case study after discussing this unit number 1. Then unit number 2 is there, that is nothing but static modeling. So in this static modeling, we are going to cover different types of topics, that is nothing but analysis versus design, differentiation is there. Then class diagram analysis is also there. Then objects and classes finding analysis is there. Then design and design classes are there. Refining analysis relationship is there. Inheritance and polymorphism is there. And there are different types of diagrams that can be drawn to have this static modeling. Means with the help of this, all these static modeling concepts, we can just draw the different types of diagrams, right? So that is nothing but you can draw the object diagrams, then component diagram is there, then interface and component diagrams are there, deployment diagrams are there, and package diagrams are there. So these 4 types of diagrams, which are nothing but the static modeling, these are the static diagrams, right? So these diagrams we are going to learn that how we can convert the requirements into these types of diagrams. So this is nothing but the second unit, that is static modeling. Then we are having dynamic modeling. In this dynamic modeling, we are going to have the interaction and interview view overview diagram. So these are all the diagrams that can be drawn with the help of the requirements. These requirements which may be dynamic, right? So sequence diagram is there, timing diagram is there, communication diagram is there, advanced state machine diagram is there, and activity diagram is there. So all these diagrams we can learn under the dynamic modeling, that is unit number 3. Then we are having 4th unit, that is architectural design. In this fourth unit, we are going to have the introduction to the architectural design, then overview of the software architecture, then object-oriented software architecture, client-server architecture, service-oriented architecture, and also the component-based architecture. We are also going to have a look on real-time software architecture. Then 5th unit we are having is design patterns. In this 5th unit, we are going to concentrate on all the types of design patterns. So first of all, we will have the introduction to the creational design pattern. In that creational design pattern, we are having singleton and factory design pattern. The second type of design pattern we are having is structural design pattern. In this proxy design pattern is there, adapter design patterns are there, and at last we are going to have the look on the behavioral design patterns. So we are also going to learn the different types of behavioral design patterns, just like iterator design patterns and observer design pattern. And in the last unit, unit number 6, we are going to have the different types of basic testing concepts, right? So in that, we will have the introduction to the testing. We are going to discuss the what are the errors, faults, failures. Then we are going to discuss the differentiation between verification and validation. There are different types of testings, right? White box and black box testing. So we are just going to discuss this differentiation with respect to the software testing. Then there are different types of testings also. Unit testing is there, integration testing, graphical user interface testing, user acceptance, validation testing, integration testing. So different types of testings are there. So all these different types of testings we are going to learn with the help of this 6th unit. We are also going to have one case study which is expected for the developing usability test plans and the test cases. So these are the different points that we are going to cover under this testing unit number 6. So this is nothing but the syllabus that we are going to learn under this software modeling and design subject. So 6 units are there. From unit number 1 to unit number 6, we are going to discuss the one by one, right? So we will start with the first unit and we will finish at the 6th unit, right? So next is there, that is different types of reference books. So we can have the different types of textbooks and the reference books to learn this software modeling and design subject. So there are 3 textbooks that you can refer. The first one is there, that is UML2 and the unified process, that practical object-oriented analysis and design. Then second textbook that you are having is software modeling and design, that is UML, use cases, patterns and software architecture. Then third one you are having is software testing principles and practices. And the last one, reference book that you are having is, the first reference book that you can refer is software design from programming to architecture. And the second reference book that you can refer is the unified modeling language user guide. So these are the 5 books. 3 are textbooks and 2 are reference books that can be used that can be referred to study this software modeling and design subject. Okay, so this is all about the subject introduction for this software modeling and design subject. Okay, so this is all about our today's lecture. In today's lecture or in today's session, we are going to end our session today. From next lecture or from next video, we are going to start with our first unit. Okay, so we will meet in the next video or in next lecture. Okay, so today we are going to stop here. Thank you very much.